Hey friends, welcome to another total body workout. Let's get started with our warm-up, marching in place, hand opposite leg. Our first set of moves are all going to be with weights today. We have a B stance dumbbell swing, a double arm sumo to press, a deadlift to an upright row, and a stack straight arm pull over to a leg extension. And those are all going to be done with 20s. Second set of moves, we have wall sits, good morning, to a reverse lunge, wall extension, yoga squat. Now I know a couple of those, maybe if you were in the full program, you have used weights for in the past. Let's do arm circles forward. If you want to use weights today, that's fine. Or if you want to do it the way I have it set up as zero equipment moves, that is also fine, okay? Up to you. If you're sore from yesterday and you want to chill out with the lower body today, that's fine. If you want to push yourself, fine. Let's do backwards and open and close. 3, 2, 1. We're going to start with a B stance dumbbell swing. You only need one weight for this. We're going to have 1 foot forward. We're going to put 1 foot back. We're going to lean forward. And from here, we're going to swing the weight to one side, then the other. Now the thing is here, friends, core is engaged and we are using that core to move that weight. We are not using momentum, okay? So that means we're not doing this, okay? We are stopping at the top, middle, top, middle. All right, switch feet. Less than 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Double arm sumo to press. I gotta move this. It's never in the right place. Okay, so we're gonna take those feet wide. We're gonna have our weights hanging. We're gonna come down to a squat. We're going to curl and then press them up and then down, down. I need to turn the music up. I will do that on the break, I promise. I got to working on something, so I turned it down so I could concentrate, and then I forgot to turn it back up. Actually, I gotta do it now. Keep going. I need music. Feet are closer together, palms facing back towards our legs. We're going to push those hips back until you feel a pull in the back of your legs. We're going to come up and up into an upright row. To have one weight, we're going to come onto our back. We're going to stack those legs up. We're going to do a straight arm pullover. And then once we're back up into a starting position, we're going to extend those legs and bring them in. If you are unable to do both legs at the same time, you can do one leg, bring it in, lower that weight, and then the other leg. Okay? If you absolutely cannot stack your legs, go ahead and put your feet down on the ground. Do the straight arm pullover. Woo. might be some moves where you're like, Ashley, didn't you do, heavier than that before? Because I've done heavier than that, and I try to match what you lift or whatever. And the answer is probably. What I'm trying to do here on Fridays is not have a ton of equipment or keeping the equipment very light. B-stance dumbbell swings. So that way, if you are traveling or if you are joining from YouTube and you don't have a whole lot of equipment yet, you are still able to do the workout. You know what I mean? 2, 1, other side. Keep that core engaged, keep the chest facing down towards the ground. 3, 2, 1, nice job. Double arm sumo to press. And take those feet wide. Curl and press. If you're like, have to? Yes, I have to. Having hair on my face about makes me come undone. Into that straight arm pull over to leg extension. Arms up, legs stacked. Push that lower back down into the ground. Pull that rib cage towards your hip bones. Two, one, nice job. Woo. All right, friends, one more time with these weights and then we'll move on to our next set of moves. Oh, man. Never fails. Every week, I'm like, man, is this workout gonna be too easy? Never is. Never is. Where's my music? Don't do this to me. Three, two, one. I'll mess with that on the break. As much as I want to do it right now, I also want to finish these moves strong. Halfway done. Nice job. All right. Nice work, friends. Let me get this going over here. Oh, we are. Oh no. I think my phone died. I didn't even know it was low. Sheesh. Okay, well, we might have to do a round without music, and then I'll get the music going again. My apologies, friends. We're gonna start with some wall sits, so make sure you have some wall space. We're just gonna come on down. We're gonna make sure our thighs are parallel with the ground. This is probably the worst move we could have without music because we're just gonna sit and hold this. If you want to use a weight, you can always set a weight across your legs to add that little bit of extra weight to this move. I will let you know when we are halfway through. You can stand up and check it out if you would like. I know I will like to. So that's what we're going to do. 3, 2, 1. We're going to stand up, shake it out each leg a couple times, then we're going to go back into it. Deep breaths here. After this, we're going to go into a good morning to a reverse lunge. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Come all the way up. We're going to put our hands behind our head. We're going to push those hips back as we come into a good morning. And then we're going to step back into a reverse lunge. Go back into a good morning. Step back with the other leg. You all keep going. I'm gonna see if I can get this to come on. All right. This has me concerned about my phone because I didn't think it was that close to dying. Which I mean, typically I plug in my phone anyway. I usually do it during every workout. I don't know why I didn't today, but apparently 2, 1. My phone said, nope, that's enough. All right, need the wall once again. We're gonna put our hands and arms flat on that wall. We're gonna have our feet out away from the wall. We're gonna push through our hands and lower ourselves down. The further your feet are away from the wall, the more challenging it will be. Sorry, you gotta look at my back. There are just certain moves that, unfortunately, the only way I can do them is for me to put my back to you, so here we are. So we're gonna bring our feet closer together. We're gonna hook our hands, and we are going to rotate those hands out as we push our booty back, and we're gonna come down deep into the squat, if you can, all right? And then we're gonna rotate as we come back up. If you cannot come down that deep, that's all right. Sit back in that squat and pull back in, okay? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you went ahead and subscribed. Make sure you don't miss any type of free content. 2, 1, nice job. We're gonna have that 2 more times. Don't wanna miss any free content that I plan on putting out here within the next few months. Let's go phone. I don't know what this is. Okay. Course. All right. We are going to go back into those wall sits. Sorry, when my phone died, it disconnected from my speaker. There you go. All right, wall sits, friends. Deep breaths here. Three, 2, 1, shake it out. Back into it. Woo, 3, 2, 1. Holy cow. My quads were feeling that. All right, good morning to reverse lunge. As you are stepping back into that reverse lunge, try really hard to make sure that knee is staying facing forward. It's something I struggle with when I go into a reverse lunge. A lot of times my knee likes to cave in, so I have to kind of fight that. If that's something your knee does as well, really try to make sure it stays facing forward. Another thing is we want to make sure our feet stay on train tracks and not a tightrope. Okay, so one foot doesn't come back behind the other, it goes directly back from the hip it's attached to. Okay. And that's every reverse lunge unless we're doing curtsy. 2, 1, wall extensions. When people have done my workouts that, you know, they think that the moves are too basic, or they don't feel like they're gonna puke or pass out, so therefore they cannot work. And I am here to tell you that not only is that not true, it's actually contradictory to to how we actually get results, okay? Let's go into that yoga squat. To get results, we have to do is ordinary things, right? Squats, presses, lunges, moves where we just hold, right? Wall sits, things like that. We have to do ordinary things extraordinarily well. And I know that's not super fancy or glamorous or exciting, but if you truly want results, basics work. The reason it's the basics is because they truly do work. So a lot of times when people say, you know, I feel like maybe this is too easy, or I'm not sure this is going to get me results, my answer to that is always, well, then you're not lifting heavy enough. If at any point you feel like the workouts are too easy, you're not lifting heavy enough. Because when you're lifting heavy enough, it doesn't matter how basic the move is, it never feels easy. And you can ask anybody who does this program full time. We do presses, we do squats, we do lunges, we do planking movements, we do, go ahead and go into wall sits, we do curls, we do extensions, right? And when you are constantly pushing yourself to lift a little heavier, get in a few more reps, step up a little higher, anything that is going to make the move more challenging, when you are constantly doing that, 3, 2, 1, shake it out, it's not going to be easy. We have to be so consistent in doing it. There is no other option but for our muscles to adapt to what we are doing. Because that's how progressive overload works, right? Say I am doing a move and I'm lifting 5-pound weights. And those 5 pounds feel heavy. 2, 1. Good morning to reverse lunge. So those 5 pounds feel heavy. But one day I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna push myself and I'm gonna lift 8-pound weights. And maybe I can only do it for 1 round. And then I switch back to my 5s. And then the next time I do it for 2 rounds. And I switch back to my 5s. But then the third time I do it for all 3 rounds. And it won't always be that, you know, cut and dry, but you get what I'm saying here. We're constantly increasing until the 8s become our normal. Now here's the thing. Once the 8s are your normal and then you go back to the 5s, the 5s feel easy. But if you would have never pushed yourself to bump up to those 8s, those 5s are going to continue to feel hard, right? Because when we bumped up to the 8s and we asked our muscles to do more work, 3, 2, 1, they adapted to be able to do that. They got stronger. Wall extensions. And that is how progressive overload works. But in order to be able to let our muscles adapt like that, we have to do the ordinary moves, the basic moves, over and over and over. And don't get me wrong, I throw some fun stuff in there. But the basics, man, that's where it's at. Squat. So hook those hands, rotate out, go deep if you can. If not, just as far back as you can go, as far down as you can go. alarm to make sure I pick up my kids from school. Today's their first day of school, and today I won't forget because it's a 12:30 out, and those just tend to stick in my mind. 2, 1. Awesome work today, friends. We're gonna stretch it out. So we're gonna take those hands, we're gonna hook them behind our back, we're gonna open that chest up. But man, once we kind of get into the thick of it and we're in the middle of the school year, now get working on something and pulling them across. And probably, you know, you all understand what I'm saying when I say this, but when you feel passionate about something, sometimes it's like time just flies, right? The amount of times I get to the end of the day, other arm, and I'm like, where did the time go? There are not enough hours in the day. Sometimes that happens, and before I know it, it's 3 o'clock, and I'm rushing around the house to go get him picked up. Other arm, or sorry, tricep. Now other arm. So, stretch out our quads. I gotta set an alarm so I don't forget them. They'd be pissed at me. And other side. And real quick, we're gonna bring our feet together. We're gonna roll down. We're gonna take a couple extra seconds here. And roll up for 3, 2, 1. Awesome work today. If you were done for the day, take your picture, check it in the community, and I will see you all tomorrow for cardio and some active recovery. I'll see you all then. If you're gonna do cardio with me, let's go over the moves. We're gonna start with skiers. So we're gonna have our feet together. We're gonna swing our arms. We're gonna jump from side to side. It looks as if we are skiing. Modification. We're gonna take a step. We're still swinging those arms though. Single leg hop. So one foot is going to be the launching foot. We're gonna bring that knee up and launch and come back. We'll stick with one side for 30 seconds. I'll say switch. We'll do the other side, modification. Keep that foot on the ground and just bring that knee up. Run in double squat on 15. So we're just gonna run in place. And on 45, 30, and 15, we're gonna go squat in, back to running. Okay, modification. We're gonna step out and squat. You can also march if you cannot run yet. And then we have sit-up foot taps. So all the way down on our backs, we are going to sit up and we're gonna tap the inside of one foot, down, inside of the other. Okay, switching back and forth. Modification, you're going to crunch and tap the inside of that knee. Okay, so we're still lifting that foot off the ground a little bit, and we're doing a crunching movement. All right, friends, let's do some skiers. Sweating my ass off today. Which happens more on Fridays than I think it does. I said it during the resistance and I meant it. Every Friday I'm like, is this too easy? Like, am I challenging them enough? And then I always end up sweaty, a sweaty mess on Fridays. And here's the thing, friends. I'm not a big sweater. Like I don't sweat a whole lot. I'm not one of those people that like sweats every time they move. Like for me to sweat, I either gotta be really hot or I gotta be exerting some energy. And even though, you know, 3, 2, 1, single leg hop. Even though it's summer, so yes, it's warm. I'm doing this in the morning, so it's not super hot right now. So therefore, it is the moves. 2, 1. Whew. And then once we get to 45, which is now, we're going to squat in, back to running. Or you can step out and squat each direction. We're gonna do that again once we get to 30. So now, back to running. Then we're gonna do it one more time when we hit 15s. And go. Three, two, one. Sit up foot taps. All right, friends. All the way up, tap the inside of that foot. Other side. Over halfway done. Two more times. I really would love to put my hair up in a way where it won't fall down as much, but trying really hard to keep my hair from breaking off because I have like 4 pieces of hair. Let's go back into those skiers. So I'm trying to keep the little bit of hair I have, and the clips just help me from not getting hair wrapped around a scrunchie or hair tie. And if you're like, Ashley, I saw a picture of you on Facebook with like long, thick hair. That ain't mine. I pay for that. Just little clippy things that I clip in that makes my hair look a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, a little bit prettier. And I like just having fun with hair. But for these workouts, it's pretty rare anymore that I wear the extensions because they're a pain in the ass when you're jumping around and you're sweating. I wore them yesterday. Immediately regretted it. 2, 1. Single leg hop. Two, one, other side. Two, one. Run to double squat on 15s. I did think it was funny one time I posted a picture on social media and somebody's like, Ashley, like, what a natural picture, or you have natural beauty or something like that. And I was like, whoops, forgot the double squat. Do that real quick. And I was like, natural? Who are you talking to? I've had my eyebrows tattooed on, double squat. I've gotten done Botox from time to time. My hair is fake. I've used teeth whiteners. I get my hair dyed. I like makeup. I use a decent amount of makeup. Double squat. Wouldn't say there's much naturally, pretty about me, but it's a very kind compliment. I appreciated it too. One, but anytime somebody says that, I'm always like, I have to tell them, because squat foot taps. I think there's a lot of shit on social media that really screws with people's perception of beauty and what people naturally have versus what they don't naturally have. So I try to be very upfront about anything that I do cosmetically. I don't want anybody thinking that like, oh, well, she just has a nice smooth forehead. No, I laid in a tanning bed for 10 years. There is nothing smooth about my skin without all of the things that I get done. 2, 1, now I will say this, for the past few years, I have been very consistent with my skincare routine for my face, like very consistent. Now, the thing is you can't really go back and like change things, but I do feel like that has helped kind of slow down the trajectory that I was on, because I'm not joking when I say about every day for 10 years I laid in a tanning bed. Skiers, don't do that. My mom always said, she's like, you need to stop doing that. You're gonna probably age a little faster than you want to. And I thought, oh, yeah. Everybody ages, everybody, gets wrinkles, it's fine. I started getting wrinkles, like pretty deep wrinkles, like 26. Like, I was like, oh boy, I messed up. So essentially that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lay in tanning beds anymore. And I haven't since before I got married. So that's been over 12 years. And 2, 1, even like my moisturizer and stuff all has SPF in it now. Single leg jump. My makeup has SPF in it. I put on sunscreen when I go out in the sun. I wear hats. I do get tanner in the summer, so it's not like I avoid the sun at all costs, but definitely much better about it than I used to be. Three, 2, 1. Run. 10 double squat on 15s. 15s. Last cardio move, friends. 3, 2, 1. Run. 10 double squat on 15s. Last cardio move, friends. 3, 2, 1. Run. 10 double squat on 15s. Last cardio move, friends. 3, 2, 1. Run. 10 double squat on 15s. Last cardio move, friends. Another deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Awesome work today, friends. If you are done for the day, take your picture, check it in the community.